Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Hope you are doing well. It's a beautiful day, middle of summer, end of the week. Weekend is here, and I hope you are enjoying every bit of it. This is In the Raw, unscripted, unpracticed, unedited conversation. And we are in the middle of breaking down Psalms 23. Actually, we're in the beginning of it. We just started the last video and talked about the first verse. We're going verse by verse. And so today we're looking at the second verse of Psalms 23. And, and it says, He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. So, as we were saying last time, David writes this psalm when he is king, and he's reminiscing the days when he was a shepherd, when he kept a flock of sheep. And he uses that analogy to talk about the relationship with him and God. And so when we accept God as our shepherd, when we acknowledge him as our shepherd, and that he will provide for every one of our needs, we are willing to allow him to show us when we need to take a rest. It says, He makes me to lie down in green pastures. One of the things about the sheep is that they don't always know, or they don't know when it's time for rest. When a shepherd is taking care of the flock, the sheep are just going and going and going, and they don't know when they should take a rest. And just as any living thing, we all need rest. So the shepherd knows that it's time for a rest. And when we allow God to be our shepherd, he will indicate it's time for a rest right now. It's time for you to take it easy. It's time for you to just sit back and just take a breather. Sometimes we go through our lives and we are just going and going and going, and we are so preoccupied with everything in our lives that we forget that we need to take a rest. We forget that we need to, have a breather, take a time to rest. And so the shepherd knows when the sheep needs to take a rest. But not only that, he continues saying, He makes me to lie down in green pastures. The shepherd also knows where we need to take the rest. Sometimes, we take our rest, but we don't know where. Where are we going to be? Where are we going to be fed spiritually? Where are we going to be able to take a rest from whatever life is giving us? And, where can we be fed spiritually? And so more than the where in this case, I would say this is more of a what, like what we need to do when we rest. In this case, the shepherd takes the sheep to a green pasture, and of course it is a location, it's a where, but it's also a what. What is he giving them? He's giving them green pastures. He's saying, okay, take a rest right now. We're not walking, we're not moving. Take a rest, but also feed yourself. Have that feel that you need. Reset. You need to reset. You need to restore yourself, right? And so you need to be able to nourish your body, nourish your soul, nourish your mind. And so that's what he's saying here. And then the last part says, in this verse, he says, He leads me beside still waters. And that is a very important thing to know. The shepherd knows when the sheep needs green pastures, as we said, and he knows when the sheep also needs those still waters. He knows when we need to have that water that we need to drink. And, we've all heard, most likely, the fact about us as living as humans being, needing water. We can live without food for about 2 or 3 weeks, but we cannot live without water that long. The most we can live without water is about 2 days or 3 days at the most. So we can lack food, but as long as we have water, we're going to be fine. And so he leads us to those still waters, the waters that are still, waters that are not turbulent, waters that are still, waters that will provide us with that calmness. It will nourish us as well, will refresh us, but waters that we can go in and bathe in. We can go in and reset. We can go and restore ourselves. We can go and refresh ourselves. And in the Bible, the water is also represents the Holy Spirit. When Jesus, at one time he spoke and he said, if anybody is thirsty, come to me, because from me flows, from my inner self flows, streams of living water. And he was talking about the Holy Spirit. He was talking about, that comfort that we need. The Holy Spirit is the comforter. He was talking about those things that provide us comfort, that provide us stillness, that provides us peace in our lives. And so that's what the good shepherd does. He leads us besides the still water so that we can be refreshed, we can drink, we can bathe, and we can just enjoy that rest. Anyways, that's all we have for today. Next time we will talk about the next verse. All right? Have a good rest of your day.